Shalom, 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 shalom. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levy coming at you again with another quick video. I am directing this video to my many family and friends. And I'm not just referring to blood when I say family. I'm directing this video to my many family and friends that are Christians. And I want you to pose this question to your pastors, to your leaders, your spiritual advisor that you attend or you sow faithfully to. This will be a tithe question. I want you to ask them to explain to you, when did the tithes become money? When did the tithes transform for what Yahweh said they are? And then it became something else. I want you to ask your pastors to explain what I'm about to share with you right now. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 14, starting at verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed, that the field bringeth forth year by year. And thou shalt eat before Jehovah thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there, the tithe of the corn, of the wine, of thy oil, and the firstling of thy herds and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear Jehovah thy God always. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which Jehovah thy God shall choose to set his name there, when Jehovah thy God has blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money, and bind up the money in thy hand, and shall go unto the place which Jehovah thy God shall choose. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever thy soul desireth. And thou shalt eat there before Jehovah thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thy household. Keep reading, just keep reading. And the Levites that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he has no part nor inheritance with thee. At the end of 3 years thou shalt bring forth all the tithe of thy increase the same year, and shalt lay it up within thy gates. And the Levite, because he has no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow, which are within thy gates, shall come and shall eat and be satisfied, that Jehovah thy God may bless thee in all the works of thy hand which thou doest. Hallelujah. So we could plainly see that what Jehovah says to bring to him is it's a very particular list. It's something that comes from your harvest, what comes forth from the earth. It is agricultural. It is the livestock. He didn't say anything about when you get paid for doing a job and they give you money. Bring that as a tithe. And I'm going to prove that to you, because it plainly shows when the journey is too far for you to bring all that livestock, all that wine, all them bags of grain. You are to convert it into money. So we see that they had money, but he never told them to bring the tithe as money. He said, convert all that to money when the journey is too far for you. And then when you get to the place where Jehovah placed his name, it's a place, not places, a place where Jehovah placed his name. Then when you get to the place, you are to convert the money back to the items that Jehovah said to tithe, that you can give as the tithe. And then it lets you know for remembering the Levites that are within your gates, to give to them, so they could be blessed, and the widows could be blessed, and the orphans can be blessed, so that they may eat. They didn't eat money. They ate from the grain. They ate from the livestock that they gave. They drank of the wine. They didn't eat money. And I want you to see this. Now I want you to hearken unto the words of your Lord, of your Messiah. And God forbid, many of you believe he's your God. Let's look at what he says. This is St. Matthew, chapter 23. Verse 23. St. Matthew chapter 23 and verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint, anise, and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye have done, and have not to leave the others undone. Now that's just one. Now let's go to St. Luke 11:42. St. Luke chapter 11 verse 42. But woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye tithe mint and rue and all manner of herbs, and pass over judgment and the love of God. And these ought ye to have done, and not to leave the others undone. So we could see, even in the time of Jesus, his words is lining up with what is said in Torah. Not one time did Jesus mention money as a part of tithes. What he listed was agricultural. He listed things that came forth from the earth. That's just clear to see. So I just wanted you to see that. But let's go to Malachi chapter 3, the main verse that many of these pastors get you with. This is Malachi chapter 3. Let's start at verse 9. Hallelujah. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. And prove me now herewith, saith Jehovah of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer for your sake, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith Jehovah of hosts. I know you have heard that a lot, that you have robbed God and you are cursed with a curse. Bring your money, bring your tithes, which is the money, to them. But we could plainly see he says something so key in verse 10. You see, that many of you overlook it. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there shall be meat in my house. He didn't say so there be money in his house. He said that there may be meat at his house, so that the priest could eat, and those less fortunate can eat. They won't eat in money. They were eating the things that Jehovah said to bring to him. It was agricultural. There's no way around it. So I just wanted to share that with you so that you could see. Now ask your pastor, why are they not teaching this? Why are they teaching that the tithes is money? I heard one pastor teach they didn't have money back then. We could plainly see what we read from Deuteronomy, chapter 14. They had money. So why didn't they give money then as tithes? Because hungry people don't eat money. It's not nutritious. It has no nutritional value. It's literally what it says. Bring your tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in the house of God, so that the people could eat. So I want you to ask your pastor to explain these things to you. And then ask, why are they teaching it in a way that Jehovah did not endorse? That's all I wanted to share with you at this time. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levin. Shalom, love, and blessings. Till next time.